So some of these people we know are here, are returned home since, and it makes it very complicated, such in point when we're dealing with, the recent activity of a serial killer.
A national database of missing and unidentified people called NamUs played a key role in the investigation of suspected serial killer Richard Fox, charged this week with a third murder. Mary Williams Deers, founder of the Western New York Missing and Unidentified Persons Network, relies on NamUs often and has helped families get their missing loved ones added to that database, part of which is open to the public. But she's noticed that sometimes the entries aren't up to date.
Going through the years that he wasn't in prison and who other potential victims are is very hard to do when there's, missing people that aren't really missing mixed in.
She pointed to another recently solved missing person case, that of Cynthia Salter in Buffalo, whose remains were identified 30 years after she was reported missing.
We were looking at Cynthia Salter clear back in July of 2024, and we were already convinced that Jane Doe and Cynthia were one and the same based on what was available to just us as the general public.
Right.
That's what we always hope for, is for the missing to be found or for the unidentified to have their names back. But, that's still not happening as quickly as maybe it should or we would like it to.
So I asked Lieutenant Alex Nutt, who heads the investigation division of the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Unit, about it. He became familiar with NamUs while at a law enforcement conference, which coincidentally was happening at the same time the remains of two of Richard Fox's victims were found off a trail in Chautauqua County.
After the presenter was done, I went and approached her and said, hey, I literally just learned about this incident in my county. Through the course of this investigation, all of us researched a lot of the missing people.
He says NamUs is often a treasure trove of information.
In the case where you have unidentified remains, researching potential candidates for that is really important. And if you look up a NamUs profile and there's nothing there, that's something that can be frustrating.
Lieutenant Nutt says that the more information that's added to NamUs, the more helpful it can be.
Yeah, it's just for the purpose of information sharing. It's a really helpful tool.
In Chautauqua County, Maki Becker, 7 News.